In the month of March, Montmorency attempts to drive the Protestant forces out of Vallon-Pont-d'Arc, which control the Ardèche Valley. The Lord of Massane then raises a company of Huguenot soldiers in Sauvé to come to the town's aid. On the way, the troop stops for 9 days at Arpaillargues, a hamlet very close to the fortified village of Arpaillargues, and therefore to the Protestant town of Uzès. Quartering soldiers is a heavy burden for the inhabitants, who fear for their daughters, their wives, and their property. Young, unmarried women are sent to relatives for safety, even when the villagers belong to the same side as the soldiers they are hosting. Often hungry or drunk, the soldiers seize the villagers' sheep and roast them for a feast. This is exactly what happens, likely under the averted gaze of Claude Guy d'Herbouz, Lord of Clermont and Massane. When news of the stolen sheep reaches Arpaillargues, the alarm is immediately raised. Accustomed to defending itself behind its walls, the local community is strongly militarized. About 30 men set out, armed with halberds, iron-shod staffs, sometimes tipped at both ends, and farming tools. Very quickly, they surprise 3 soldiers and order them to stop. Without a word, the elderly man leading the villagers strikes a soldier named Uzès with a halberd. 2 other inhabitants run him through with their swords. Uzès collapses, dead. The group of villagers immediately withdraws and takes refuge behind the ramparts. Some even retreat into the village castle. Once the body is removed, it is taken to Arpaillargues, where a surgeon examines it, draws up an autopsy report, and certifies the cause of death. The soldiers present then demand from the first consul the names of those who made up the group of peasants involved. He claims to know nothing. The case is brought before the court in Uzès, where all the witnesses declare that they do not know who committed the murder. And yet they all know, but silence prevails. The father of the deceased later files a complaint with the Sénéchal of Nîmes, clear evidence that the justice rendered in Uzès did not satisfy the plaintiffs. This episode illustrates the extreme tension prevailing in the villages of the Midi at the time, an armed society accustomed to self-defense, where cohabitation with troops, even allied ones, quickly becomes unbearable. It also reveals a judicial system that is very much present and well understood by local communities, yet collectively circumvented through silence when local balance, village solidarity, and the protection of one's own appear more essential than naming a culprit.